Okay, hi everyone. Hi. Hello, hello. Hi Damir. Hi Josh, hi Brian. Okay, let me share my screen. Can I check if everyone can? Okay, let's just wait for everyone to join first, because usually everyone's late, slightly later. Okay. Or if not, you can just type in the Q&A box. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm going to start today's webinar. Welcome everyone. Welcome to today's webinar series brought to you by IronFX. The whole point of this webinar is to help you guys improve in trading. Yeah, improve in trading and to help you grow your trading account. Hi, Charles, welcome. Okay, so today's session will be an analysis session. That means we're going to go on the charts. We're going to look at some setups. We're going to do some analysis, and then yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, so usually I will do one commodity. So the commodity that I usually do is a XAU USD, which is gold, followed by one Forex and one cryptocurrency. But today we're not going to do cryptocurrency because I think I've heard feedback from you guys that you guys want to look at more Forex rather than cryptocurrency. So we'll do one commodity today, which is XAU USD, and then we'll do two Forex today. Okay, cool. Okay, before we start, obviously, I've got to do the disclaimer. You guys already know how this works. Anything I share in this webinar should only be construed as educational. Okay, this is not a signals group. This is not a forecasting group. Please do not take anything I say as investment advice, financial advice, or any form of trading advice. Okay, please be cautious when you are trading. Just a risk warning. Trading, CFDs and Forex do carry significant risk, especially if you are trading on leverage. The more leverage you use, the more risk you are taking on. Okay, so please be careful. Whether you are new to trading, whether you've been trading for a long time, please be careful because this risk applies to everyone. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let me just start by introducing myself. For those of you who don't already know me, my name is Cassandra. You guys can call me Cass. Okay, I am a investment analyst and a prop trader at Everest Fortune Group. Everest Fortune Group is an award-winning research firm. So we're the finalists for Best Forex and Best Equity Research for 2019, 2020, and 2021. 2022 is not out yet. That's why it's not posted here. But basically what we do is a lot of research, a lot of back testing to kind of forecast where we think the markets are going. And then with this information, we kind of advise hedge funds, brokerages, financial institutions, banks, and you guys here on this webinar where we think that price is going. Okay, other than that, my own personal trading, I am a full-time prop trader. So for those who don't know what prop trading is. It basically means that you are funded, okay, by a prop firm, and then you trade for them and you get a profit split. So how this works is you need to first take a couple of tests. These tests are not easy to pass. Okay, so a few thousand people take this test on a monthly basis. Okay, they take this as a monthly basis, but only less than 2% or 1.5% of people ever pass this test. So it's not that easy to pass, but I passed it about a few times already. And how I did that is by using technical analysis. Okay, so if you guys have questions regarding technical analysis, do ask me, because I am a technical analysis specialist. Okay, so I will be able to assist you if you have technical analysis questions. But if you have questions on fundamental analysis, please do not ask me, because I won't be able to assist you as much compared to if I'm using technical analysis. Hey Seidu, welcome to today's webinar. Okay, so our agenda for today is we're going to look at 3 charts, as I was saying. So I usually look at 1 commodity, 1 Forex, and 1 crypto. But today we're going to look at 1 commodity and 2 Forex pairs instead. Our agenda for today is to look for key approaches we take to trading. So I'm going to go through some of the cheat sheet checklist that I have. Okay, we're going to go through some of that, and then we'll look at some key approaches that we take. On top of that, then we go into trading view, and then we kind of like take on the markets together. Okay, so let's start. This is the checklist that I usually use when I am trading. So the first one is, are there any horizontal levels? So horizontal levels will be your support resistance, your horizontal support resistance. Okay, that's very important in trading, because that will work as your stop loss, your take profit, and your entry. Just give me a while. Let me just turn on the air conditioning. It's so warm in here. Okay. Other than that, we are going to look for trend lines and channels. So trend line and channels are very important in trading as well. I mean, it's not very important, but it is important to use them, because they will guide you and give you a rough estimate of where price is going. We can use it as a reference. Okay, so when we're looking for trend lines, we need to use using significant swings, and then we need to look for at least 3 touches for a trend line. For a channel, we're going to look for 4 touches. So 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. So 2 at the support area and 2 at the resistance area. Other than that, we're going to look at any patterns, so wedges, angles, double tops, double bottom, head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder, whatever chart patterns we can find, we're going to look for it on the chart. Other than that, we can implement some indicators. So for example, this is not the only indicator, okay? These are just examples. You can use any death cross, death or golden cross, any natural moving average, okay? Stochastics, RSI, and then we look at correlation. Okay, so when it comes to stochastics and RSI, I'm usually looking for divergence, okay? Or I look for bounces or reaction on the support resistance line. Okay, so that's how I would do it. Other than that, it's correlation. So with correlation, how you use correlation is to find any strongly correlated pair. So for example, if you are charting on oil, you are charting on the oil pair, usually the correlated pair will be USD CAD, okay, or any Canadian dollars. Why? Because Canada is such a big supplier of oil in the planet. So if oil prices go up, usually Canadian dollars will go up as well. Other than that, it will be things like comparing AUD to the NZD, GBP to, okay, these are very closely related currency pairs. So you usually use them in correlation to see where price is going. Okay, other than that, we'll be looking for reversals and breakouts. Once we have find our support resistance, our Fibonacci confluences, our expansions, our retracement extensions, and projections, followed by any other key levels, that's when we will decide whether we're going in for a breakout, which is a buy or a sell, or a reversal, or buy or sell for a reversal. Okay. Hi, Andrea. Okay, so that's that with our checklist. If you guys want to take a picture or you guys want to write this down somewhere, please do. This is an important checklist. It will really, really help you narrow down and increase your chances in winning in trading. Okay. Okay, so I was talking about Fibonacci. Usually with Fibonacci, support and resistance, or if we cannot find any like strong support resistance area, we will be using Fibonacci to find support resistance. Okay, so Fibonacci, there's kinds. One is the retracement, the projection, the expansion. All four of these Fibonacci will help us improve our chances of getting a profitable trade, because it will help us pinpoint exactly where we think a stop loss is, profit is, and an entry is. Okay, Fibonacci will help you with these three. Okay, because these three is the three things that are so crucial in trading that will help you make profit. Okay, other than that, we will be finding confluence that combine different levels of Fibonacci and combining different indicators and different horizontal levels and indicators, and then from there you use it to find your entry, your stop loss, profit. Okay, so that's that. For the introduction, do you guys have any questions? I'm just gonna leave this risk warning and disclaimer here for. Do you guys have any questions? If you guys have any questions, please ask in the chat box. I'm gonna leave. We're gonna stay on this page for like a minute. Okay. Well, in case you guys trading view in the meantime. If no questions, you can just let me know no questions or whatever. Okay, let me just pull out trading view. Since you guys don't really have any questions today, I'm going to pull out trading view and then we can start with today's analysis. Okay, can I check if everyone can see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know in the chat box so I know that I'm not talking to myself. So that I know that I'm not just staring at a blank screen. Can everyone see my screen? Okay, thank you. Okay, so I've got XAU USD on right now. Let's see what we can find from XAU USD. It's been quite confusing lately. I think with XAU USD, it's been giving quite a bit of mixed signals. If you go down to the bigger time frame, it looks like it's a buy. If you go down to the small So let's see what we can find today. And then, yeah, let's see what we can find today. And then from there, hopefully we get into a profitable trade and hopefully we can make some profits for today. I will start with the daily time frame. Why am I starting with the daily time frame? Because I want to see like the structure of the charts. I want to see where price is going. I want to see if I can collect any data. Okay, so one thing I do see is that whenever I look at the charts, the first thing I always want to ask myself, is price going up or is price going down? Okay, that's the only thing I want to ask myself. Is it going up or is it going down? Okay, so right now for me, it looks like it's going up. Okay, it looks like it's going up because of obviously the higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs as well. Okay, another higher high there. So XAU USD looks like it's going on an uptrend. Let me try to find a channel. Trying to see if I can fit this channel in nicely. Okay, this channel doesn't work. Okay, why? Because this channel doesn't work. Why? Because for a valid channel, we need two touch. Okay, price is touching very nicely on top and two touches at the bottom. Okay, in this case, there's one touch at the bottom and this is not really considered because it's a cut. Okay, it's not really within the channel. So I'm not gonna use this as a reference. Okay. Hi Charles. Hi Elijah. Hi. Hi Luke. Hi Paul. Welcome. Okay, instead, let me see how else I can try to narrow down. The whole point of using a channel or a trend line is to narrow down where price is going. Okay, so if we can manage to fit a channel in, that'll be great. If it's not, it doesn't matter as well. That's not the priority. The priority is to know where trend is. So at this current point of time, my bias is still that price is kind of moving in an uptrend. Right, price is still kind of moving in an uptrend. So since we can't really find a channel, I can't really find a trend line. Okay, this is not a valid trend line because remember I said in the introduction that a valid trend line would need 3 touches. Okay, in this case, there's only 2. Okay, trend line needs 3 touches, channels need 2. Okay, so the channel doesn't work, the trend line doesn't work, we are not going to use any of it. That's totally fine. Let's use support and resistance instead. Okay, so I do see a support here. Okay, whenever I'm looking for a support, I'm always looking for one that is closest to current price. Okay, so current price is here, right? So I want to find support resistance that is closest to this area. Obviously, this is not the best support because it kind of cuts through some of the candles and the structure. So I'm going to slightly move it up a little. Okay, so the 1992 looks like a good area for a support. Other than that, let me see. This should be a very nice resistance area. Okay, so this will be a very nice resistance area that we're going to use. So I'm going to change the name of both of this to resistance, and I'm going to change this to support. Okay, why am I doing this? because it is important that your charts are clean and neat and you know what you're drawing or plotting on the chart. Because for example, let's say I take a break now and I go watch a movie, or I go to a cafe, I go shopping, for example. And then when I come back, I look at my charts, I don't even know what I'm drawing. Okay, so it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to have a clean chart so that when you come back later on, you know what you're drawing and you know what you were trying to indicate to yourself. So that's one thing. Okay, so right now price is kind of at a support level. Let me look. I'm adjusting it a little to fit the smaller time frame. So the smaller time frames, I see like you kind of need to adjust it, right? Because you were taking the levels from the daily. So the daily wouldn't work the same as on the 4 hours because you're looking at different body closing, you're looking at different swing highs and swing lows or waking of the body and whatnot. So if you're going to the 4 hours time frame, then you should be referencing the 4 hours. And you should be using the levels on the 4 hours. Okay, let me get rid of this so that I can draw a better level. I think this is a very nice level. I mean, there was a fake out here. Okay, there was a fake out here. So doesn't look very good, but other than this fake out, I think this level should be usable. Okay, so right now I'm kind of biased for a buy. So after you choose your direction, so we saw what trend is doing, right? And trend looks like it is moving up. Okay, on the bigger time frame, it looks like it's moving up. But on the smaller time frame, it's also moving up. So it makes me very biased to get in on a buy. Okay, why? Because momentum is pushing price up. If momentum is pushing price up, I should be getting in for a buy because I want to follow trend. I want momentum to push me to my take profit. So if you go against trend, sometimes momentum is not strong enough to push you up. Okay, so let me look at this and let me see if I can pick a channel instead. I wouldn't say this is perfect, but I think it's usable. Okay, so price has kind of been moving within this channel, right? Okay, now it's reached the bottom and then you can expect price to continue moving up. Okay, so that is my bias for gold. I think we should be looking for a buy entry instead. Okay, so now that we know we want to get in for a buy entry, the question is where do we get in for a buy entry? Okay, where do we get in for a buy entry? So I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to pull this out. Okay, that is our possible take profit area. If not, it's going to be this area here. Okay, so what I am ultimately looking for is price to pull back. I'm ultimately waiting for price to pull back. And then when price pulls back, I'm going to get in here for a buy. And then we're going to buy it to the next resistance area. Okay. But the thing is, price needs to pull back to this area, then we can get in this area. Okay. We shouldn't like just get in now, even though our analysis is to go up. Why? Because now is not the best price. The best price is this area, 1985. I think 1985 is a very good area to get in for a buy, or at least, let me see, or at least somewhere along 1988. This is probably a very good area to get in for a buy, but we need to wait for price to pull back first. Okay, so other than that, let me see what the indicators are saying, or let me see what the smaller time frames are saying. Okay, I'm gonna move this down because I want to follow the body. Okay, and then this is not very nice anymore. So I would say 1985 area is where I want price to pull back to. Although on the smaller time frames, I do see another level. Okay, we're not. Okay. Ultimately, what I want to see is price pulling back either to here or to here. Okay, obviously the lower price is a better entry, right? But there's sometimes price doesn't pull down to the lower price. Okay, so that's okay. I think I'm just gonna leave it at the lower price, hoping that it pulls back. Okay, so I'm gonna use the 4 hours as a reference rather than the 1 hour, because I think structure on the 4 hours is better. Okay, so I want price to pull back here, and then here I get in for a buy. Okay, let me pull out the indicators. Okay, so I pulled out the stochastics, RSI, and Ichimoku. I kind of want to know where price is going. Okay, with RSI and Ichimoku, the only reason I pull it out is to see if there is divergence. Okay, I just want to see if there's divergence. I do see divergence here. So divergence means that price is going up, it's making higher highs, but on the charts, it's making lower highs. Okay, so there was already a divergence here, which kind of explains why there was a downtrend. Other than that, let me see. Divergence here as well. And bullish divergence here as well. Okay, guys. I think there's a little bit of mixed signals with gold. Okay, when I'm looking at XAU USD in the 4 hours, RSI is showing me that there's a breakout. Okay, RSI is showing me there's a breakout, there's a channel. Okay, so if we're talking about like, should we buy or should we sell? Okay. Okay, so I see here that the reason to buy, okay, the reason you should be buying is because okay, number two. Support at 1998 area. Okay, so these are my two reasons to buy. On top of that, RSI is also showing a breakout. Okay, so like it's kind of like three reasons why we should go in for a buy. Okay, the reasons why you should go in for a sell. Ichimoku breakout. Okay, recent okay, so it's really giving conflicting informations with gold. Like you don't know if you should go in for a buy or sell, because if you look at this, price already broke the Ichimoku cloud. So usually if price breaks the Ichimoku cloud, it usually wants to go down. Okay, it usually wants to go down. On top of that, the conversion line. Okay. Okay, on top of that, the conversion line is below the baseline. So like it's kind of saying that it is bearish. So there's like three reasons to buy, three reasons to sell. How do you decide whether you're going in for a buy or sell? Okay, let me pull out DMI. DMI is showing a sell. Okay, I tell you what, I think gold is not giving very clear signals right now. So if you were to get in, going against trend, okay, I think there's a chance it might want to drop, but it looks like it's at a deciding point. So smaller time frames is looking for a buy. The buy. Okay. Yeah, I tell you what. If price pulls back to this area, you can consider getting in for a buy here. Okay, but take note, this is a very low probability setup. Okay, this is a very, very low probability setup. Half the things are not agreeing with us, and the other half is agreeing with us. The smaller time frames is showing a buy. Okay, so it's very at this point of time, it's a 50-50 kind of thing. So I would say if you want to get into this trade, this is a low probability trade. I think it's like a 50-50 trade. So you need to be very careful. You just have to be very careful with this trade because it's not a high probability trade. I wouldn't take such a trade at low probability because chances of me losing is high. Because everything is giving me conflicting information. It's going on an uptrend, Ichimoku is showing a sell. These are the reasons why it's a sell, this is the reason why it's a buy. There's just too much like conflicting information. Okay. Other than that, I think we can move on from gold. I don't think there's a very strong setup for gold today. Let me see what NZD CHF. Have any requests for any Forex pair, let me know. If not, I'm just gonna do one NZD CHF and one EUR NZD. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start on the weekly time frame. Why? Because I do see price kind of at a support area. Okay, I see price at a support area. There is a possibility price might continue to go down. Okay, there's a possibility because the wick didn't end here. The wick ended here. There's so much room for downwards movement if we're using the body of the, like we're looking at this candlestick, right? There's so much downwards movement. Okay, so the question is, should we get in for a buy or sell? You need to go down to smaller time frames. Also, if you're referencing or looking at bigger time frame, you also can see that if price breaks this area, yep, you can go down. If it doesn't break this area, yep, you will go in for the sell, right? But the problem is this is a weekly time frame. I think majority of us here are either day traders or scalpers, right? I think majorities are day traders, scalpers, or like I don't think most of you are like swing traders where you look at the weekly time frame. So let's see what other information we can get on the daily time frame. Okay. Let me see. I'm not going to use this channel because, again, it's not moving. It's not referencing very well. Okay, I'm going to use this descending trend line instead. Price is definitely moving in a downtrend. The question is, will it bounce here or is it going to continue going down? Okay, so this is where we decide whether we want to enter for a buy or a sell. Okay. So I'm going to the only way I would get in for a sell for this, right? The only way is if price breaks this support. Okay, so for this trade, I will only look for a breakout. I wouldn't even consider like playing the bounce. Okay, if price pulls back to this area, I will consider a sell. Okay, if price pulls back to this area, I will consider a sell. If it doesn't pull back, I'm not going in for a sell. The trend for a sell is still strong. There's no reason for us to enter for buy. Okay, price is moving from Ichimoku. Okay, so the reason why we're going in for a sell is because number one, DMI is showing that price is still on the downtrend. Ichimoku is showing that price is on the downtrend. I now want to see if there is a divergence. Okay, so Ichimoku, DMI showing sell. Let's see what RSI and stochastics is saying. I want to look for bearish, bullish divergence. If I can find a bullish divergence, then I will be, okay, there's a bullish divergence. There is a bullish divergence here. You guys see that? It's so clear cut. It's a very, very clear bullish divergence. Okay, if you actually can consider a buy from here because of bullish divergence. So what I have in mind, like this is my rough idea of what I think price is going, what I think is going to happen. I think somewhere along this line, okay, there's going to be a bounce. Okay, I think there's going to be a bounce. When it reaches here, there's like a 50% chance of sell. Okay, but I think more likely there's going to be a bounce soon. There's going to be like some kind of retracement. So what I'm going to do is rather than calling for a sell, I'm going to call for a buy instead. Okay, I'm going to call for a buy from this area. stop loss will be around here. Okay, so I'm begging for price to reject the weekly support and the daily support, and then kind of like bounce up to at least this area. Like at least bounce up to this area here. Yeah, I think this is a very good area for bounce. I mean, if you want to be like safer, you can just do a very short trade. A very, very short trade. So then this will be like a scalping kind of trade already. Okay, I'm gonna move my stop loss a bit higher. Yeah, this was the area of entry actually. This was a very, very good area of entry. So if it pulls back a second time, I want to consider to get here for buy entry and then play there. So it's a very, very short scalping trade. But other than that, when it comes to the bigger move, I wouldn't want to call anything. I do think that this is going to happen or this might happen. Okay, so this is what I'm calling for NZD CHF. The next one I'm looking for is EUR NZD. Very, very long week. Price is definitely moving in an uptrend. There's a very nice trend line here. Okay, let me look for horizontal levels. Let me look for. Okay, not there yet. I need to go to the weekly time frame because the daily time frame is not telling me like any structure. Okay. This is where I'm going to call for a sell. This is the exact area I'm going to call for a sell. Tell you guys why in a while. Okay, give me a sec, guys. Okay. This will be calling for a sell, guys. Only this area. Okay. The entry is anywhere from here to here, okay? So your entry is anywhere from here to here. This will be your take profit. And your stop loss will be here. Okay, this is a scalping trade. This is a scalping trade by sorry, this is a swing trading trade. It's a very long trade, but I mean, I do see it, so I'm not going to ignore it. Okay, it's a 1 to 1.5 trade. Okay, but then the problem is it's on the weekly time frame. But I mean, I do see it, so I'm not going to ignore that this trade is available. Okay, so I'm going to do the same analysis on the same chart, but on a smaller time frame. Okay, so on the long term, there's going to be a bounce here, but until then, let's see what we can find on a smaller time frame. Okay, for those who just joined, this is the trade for EURNZB, but on the weekly time frame. So this is going to take a while. I'm going to do an analysis on the smaller time frame so that you guys don't have to wait. Okay, let me see if I see anything on the smaller time frame. You can try to get in on a buy, but my ultimate goal is to get into a sell here. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get into a sell here, but I mean, obviously it's going to make its way up to that buy area, right? So that buy area, that sell area, 178975. So 1789. Okay, this will be the area of your take profit, okay, your potential take profit area. I'm now trying to find a entry for a buy, to buy it all the way. To buy it all the way up. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I'm hoping price just continues moving up until it reaches our take profit. Okay, so this is your potential entry for the buy for the long term. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think this is where the entry is going to be, somewhere around here. Okay, you can put your stop loss anywhere around here. And the take profit is, the first take profit is here. The second take profit is here. It depends on where you want to go. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I want to buy to our sell entry, and then from our sell entry, we're going to sell it from there. Okay, so there is two trades for EUR and ZV. One is you buy on the short term, it's a buy, and then on the long term, you sell. Okay, so you can sell at this take profit here. You can consider a sell from this take profit area. Okay, but before you do anything, we need confirmation from the indicators. Okay, I think we're good for a buy from here. I think we're good. Both RSI and stochastic is not saying much. I think the buy is okay. Ichimoku is agreeing. Let's see what the MI is saying. Okay, yeah, I think everything is okay for this buy. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks everyone for joining. I hope you learned something today. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks, Damir. Thanks, Edu. I'll catch you guys again soon. Take care. Bye, everyone. Bye.